Hello, today we are making these beautiful buns. Crispy and layered on the outside, soft and airy on the inside. Let us begin. In a large bowl, combine sugar, water, and milk. Everything should be at room temperature. Then add instant yeast and give it a mix. If you want to check your yeast, let the mixture sit for about 10 minutes. If you see a nice foamy top, your yeast is active and ready. Now add the eggs. We need 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk. The yolk makes the dough tender and gives it a touch of color. Room temperature ingredients help the dough come together smoothly. Next, add all-purpose flour and salt. These are sandwich buns, so we use a bit more salt than in sweet baking. Mix with a spatula until the dough becomes shaggy and starts forming clumps. Then add a little softened butter. Keep mixing until the butter is fully absorbed. And now, switch to kneading by hand. At first, the dough will be sticky and will cling to your hands and the surface, but keep going. The texture will become smooth, elastic, and only slightly tacky. This took me about 10 minutes. If you do not want to get your hands messy, a mixer with a dough hook works too. Shape the dough into a ball and transfer it to a clean bowl. Cover with plastic wrap, press out the air, and let it rise in a warm place for about 1 hour. An hour later, we continue. Lightly flour your work surface and place the dough on top. It should be airy inside but still a bit sticky, so coat it well in flour. Roll it into a log and divide into 6 equal pieces. Mine were about 90 grams each. Shape each piece into a smooth ball. Just like this. Follow along with me. Keep the remaining dough covered with plastic wrap so it does not dry out. Time to roll them out. Lightly dust everything with flour again. I roll the dough to match the size of my mold. Line the mold with plastic wrap, sprinkle it with flour, and place the first sheet of dough inside. Take softened butter and divide it into 5 equal portions in advance. Spread 1 portion gently over the dough in a thin, even layer. It is important not to tear the dough while rolling and not to damage it while spreading the butter between the layers. Be patient and repeat these steps with all the pieces of dough and all the butter you need. It is actually a very calming moment, like kitchen therapy. Check the thickness with your hands. The dough should feel even everywhere. Inside the mold, you can stretch the dough gently to adjust the size. Just make sure you do not tear it. If you enjoyed this video, click subscribe, give it a like, and leave a comment. It really helps the channel grow. Place the final sheet of dough on top. Dust it lightly with flour so it does not stick to the plastic and does not tear. Wrap the whole block tightly in plastic wrap and place it in the freezer. After the chilling time, you will notice some condensation on the plastic wrap that is completely normal. Dust it well with flour, especially along the edges. These spots can get softer and let butter slip out. Start rolling the dough carefully. If it feels too firm, let it rest for about 5 minutes. I ended up with a pretty large sheet of dough, only around 3 millimeters thick. My eye measurement skills are not perfect, so I mark equal sections with a ruler. Trim off uneven top and bottom edges. Then cut the dough in half and divide each half into 7 strips. Always use a sharp knife. A dull one can ruin the beautiful layers. Final shaping step. Stretch one strip a little longer. Wrap it around 3 fingers. Then gently turn the shaped dough halfway inside out. This hides the end of the dough, keeping the bun from unraveling. Repeat with all the dough. You can poke a hole in the center with your finger or leave it closed. Try both versions. Place the buns on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Cover them again with plastic wrap and let them rise until increased by about 1.5 times. Perfect! Now the finishing touch before baking. Brush the buns with an egg yolk mixed with a little water or milk for that deep golden color and shine. Place them into a preheated oven and bake until beautifully deep brown and golden. Let the buns cool completely. Just look at them, and that crispy sound, yet the inside is so soft, like a cloud. And since these are sandwich buns, let us slice one open. Oh wow! Look at that open crumb. Soft, elastic, and full of tiny air pockets. That is it. You absolutely must try making these at home. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.